Good morning, guys. Welcome to another weekly prep where I take you guys along on our weekend. Hey guys, Sarah here, still in my pajamas, but ready for the day. We have a fun-filled Halloween planned for today. We have a friend coming over we haven't seen in almost a year, one of my best friends. Her and her daughter and her son are coming over to play this morning, which will be really nice and a good way to spend Halloween morning because it's like, I don't really know what else to do. And then tonight, you know, we'll do, I don't really actually know what we're doing. We're for sure trick-or-treating at my mom's house, and then we're just gonna kind of play it by ear. We're not planning to do very much, but in our area, people are like, you know, putting in little bags of candy and stuff like that, or being really safe about it. So we probably will do a few houses, probably of people we know, but nothing too crazy. Stan works just from 10 to 2 today, and then he's off tomorrow. So don't have a whole lot planned for tomorrow, but we do, you know, we're excited for Halloween, but I am not at all looking forward to daylight savings time. Both my big girls have been getting up at 5, and now they're gonna be getting up at 4. That's just gonna be so much fun. I just can't wait. So our plan is, because Celia had school all week, so it's not like we could really adjust that, and I didn't want them getting up super early, so we're planning to just have them go to bed an hour later tonight. I don't know if they'll actually like wake up at their normal time, or what will happen in the morning, but we'll probably like adjust nap time tomorrow and try to get them down, you know, an hour earlier. So I don't know, we'll see. This is gonna be rough. If you follow along on Instagram, I have been planning a little play table for right here. We had a bench here, but we never really used it. Even when people came over, it was more, nobody really hung up coats or anything here. We could still like move it out of the way when we have company and put the bench back, but day to day, we never use this. We don't enter through the front door. So I just brought up one of our play tables from the playroom to kind of test out the size, and I ended up buying a console table that's raw wood, but it was less than $100. I'll link it below. But we're just gonna cut down the legs and I'll probably finish it. It's unfinished wood, but it's 48 inches wide, so it'll be a little bit, I think it's actually about the same width as this, and then it's 16 inches deep, whereas this one's almost 24 inches. So it'll go to about like here, which will be nice, and I'm excited. I think they'll really enjoy it, and I have some plans for what I'm gonna do. I just kind of set this up so they could kind of see what it will be like, but the whole idea is to have a place for like open-ended play or sensory play that is not on our dining table, because I want it to be able to stay up throughout the day and not have to be cleared away every time we eat. So that was kind of the idea. And I'm probably going to be incorporating rocks and stuff like that I don't want like all over the house and the living room and stuff. And I don't want it in the playroom. I want it somewhere where I can like monitor. But I just thought this was the perfect little spot for it. And so a couple things came for that. I'm going to make some felt play mats. I will probably do a whole video on it or something. I'm not quite sure, but I got some felting tools. So basically like you can push wool and felt into another piece of felt and it will stay. But you have to have certain tools to do that. So I got a set of that. I got some artificial grass, which will go down on the table from time to time. And then under the table, I got these folded, these collapsible little cube ottomans, so we can put stuff in them and they can be collapsed, but that will be what they sit on at the play table. We've been trying to do this every weekend to clean the bathrooms. I already cleaned the upstairs bathroom, and Sam's cleaning the playroom level bathroom. And then here in my office, I brought this dresser in here. It's not the right size for in here, but I needed some place to store craft stuff because I don't really have a spot for that, and I'm gonna probably be working on all my craft, the felt stuff that I'm going to do it at night after the girls go to bed. That way I don't fall asleep when I'm watching a show and I'm actually getting something done. So I wanted to put it all in here. It will probably end up going out in here, but we have so much junk in here right now that is going to get decluttered, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. So I'm going to show you guys what else I bought for this stuff. And then I also picked up, this is all coming out of their Christmas budget. So they already know about the table and the mats, but I think I'll gift them the mats once they're done. I haven't even started them yet, but once I get the felt mats done, that will be part of their Christmas present. The table was part of their Christmas present. This I'm going to turn into a dress-up storage unit. So you guys will see more about that. I'll have a whole video on our Christmas stuff, and I have a podcast episode coming out soon about Christmas and our gift-giving philosophy or strategy for this year. But I'm going to show you guys what else I got for the felt mats. Okay, so this is what I bought at Hobby Lobby. Note that this stuff didn't come out of the Christmas budget. This was just our miscellaneous. Just sharing this so you guys kind of see where we budget. This came out of miscellaneous because a lot of this stuff I'm going to be using not just for that, or I'll be using over time. It's not just for Christmas. So I got some pebbles and some little sea star, sand dollar, whatever they're called. Some little shells. I like the baskets they were in. I thought those were kind of cute. So if they have like a beach scene set up, we can use these. Rocks for like a rocky setup. These were more for like a beach or for like an ice, you know, winter scape. And then I got these chunks of wood. I loved this big one. I thought it was so pretty, so they can like, you know, use that. I got some polyfill for if I make like a mountain or something out of felt to stuff it with. I got some embroidery thread for if I want to sew pieces together or make like a little house or something out of felt. I will link to some tutorials that I watched as well. A couple of you guys sent me some tutorials you used that were really helpful. A felting foam, so when you're like poking, it pokes into here, not into your table. I got some green felt, some white felt, and then I have felt coming that I ordered on Amazon for the details and stuff like that. And then I got some yarn, like if I want to add any like flowers or bushes or whatever, I try to get some colors that would make sense. I got a little threader, some needles, that's for the embroidery thread, and then some scissors. And then they also had all their bottle brush trees, and so I got some like more natural looking ones, and they're 50% off right now because it's Christmas time. So I thought those would work well for like a little nature forest for them. So I'm really excited. I hope they enjoy it, and I have some stuff coming from Etsy and stuff that they're getting for Christmas for some small world play. So I've been eating this delicious breakfast that is very healthy and low calorie for how big it is, because this is all I eat until lunch, and I've been really tracking calories besides yesterday when we had pizza at my mom's house, because we're not going there tonight because it's Halloween. So this is 3 eggs, some ground turkey that I mixed up last weekend, and it's got taco meat seasoning, some peppers, some onions, and then I put a little bit of reduced fat cheese, some fresh salsa, and some low-fat sour cream, and it is so good and so filling. Great for a breastfeeding mom to start off her day. We just gave the big girls a bath because we weren't able to because it was a busy couple of days, and so bath this morning and then a bath tomorrow night. But I'm gonna quick vacuum downstairs. Every week for one day, Bryony goes to my mom's so that I can have a work day for the podcast, and there's so much more that goes into everything that I do that is really hard to fit in, especially with a new baby. Like nap times are hard to actually get a whole lot done. But then yesterday Gwen like barely napped, so I had to record a podcast with her on me. But before I went over to my mom's, Bryony was like doing a craft, and I like quick vacuumed everything and I dusted, but I did not get to vacuuming the playroom level. So I'm gonna do that really quick just because, you know, when we walk in, leaves always follow, and there's some stuff here I need to just quick vacuum up.
3 hours later.
Oh man, my friend just left with her 2 kids. We had a great time, but oh my goodness, I forget how much a house can get destroyed during a play date, mainly because of Bryony. she just gets into everything. So we would be like trying to talk and then she'd like pull out all the craft supplies and I'm just trying to breathe. So it's 12:30. Normally we're already laying down for nap. We haven't even had lunch yet because they wanted to eat lunch at home and like get their day going, but we kind of lost track of time, so they just left. I'm just gonna make us all, including me, peanut butter and jelly. I'm not caring about calories right now. I just need all of us to get fed. Bridie needs to go down for a nap, but this may actually work out better to have nap pushed back like an hour so that the whole night is pushed back an hour. So maybe it will help with daylight savings time. We will see. So the two little girls are down for nap. It's almost 1:30. I had just cleaned, just tidied up all the mess that was everywhere, and we had a couple boxes come with some gifts. A bunch of wool came for my project, which is cool. And now I'm just gonna do my meal prep for the week. I am just doing the same thing I did last week, which is 2 pounds of ground beef and a bunch of peppers and some onions so I can make my breakfast and salad throughout the week. I just really like that. It was easy and quick, and I can just freeze whatever ground turkey I don't use up. My ground turkey's done and the onions and peppers are all chopped. I need to finish editing last week's weekly prep. I got most of it done this morning, but I just need to finish it up and upload it so it's ready for tomorrow. So I'm gonna do that with the remaining time I have during nap time. So for Halloween today, who are you?
Pop art. I'm an LOL.
Okay. And then we have Moana with crazy hair.
This is actually just a win.
Yes. And then in here, I will post a picture of what she did look like. We have a Subway sandwich. Sleeping on the job. A super scrumptious Subway sandwich. Nana and Grampy's house. No, you gotta ring the doorbell. What do you say? Ooh. What do you say? Thank you. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. It was quite a night last night. We didn't film a whole lot because holidays I think are a little bit overrated. There's just so much pressure on a short period of time, and the girls were having trouble waiting to go trick-or-treating, but we're trying to explain like you can't go at 3 in the afternoon, like people aren't ready for you. So that was hard, but once we went, it was so much fun. They loved it. And we have way too much candy. This happens every year. Like, we should leave a bowl out when we go trick-or-treating, but we forget. And so like all the trick-or-treaters come when we're trick-or-treating, and then like nobody comes after. And so we have 2 giant bowls of candy that I don't know what to do with. So there's that. But the girls slept really well. We kept them up an hour later, and we talked about how you need to stay in your bed until your clock turns green, and they did really well. I think they slept till the new like 5:30, which I'll take that. It's way better than 4:30. So that was really, really good. So just a pretty lazy day at home today. Bryony tripped when she was running yesterday and broke her little bin. But we asked somebody for a bag and they gave her one. But this is like all their stuff they got. And then we have all of this. Like, it's too much. This is like the parental nightmare after Halloween. Like, what do you do? I don't know. Stan had a great idea. He's gonna take the extra candy to work and just leave it there for people to eat. So I hate wasting things, so I don't want to throw it away, but I also like don't want tons of candy in our house. We don't let the girls eat very much candy, so I'm walking around the house and just feeling like we have so much stuff, and I try to declutter and somehow I just feel like it just never does anything. So I don't know, I'll probably be doing more decluttering during nap if I feel up to it, but Gwenny and I are gonna fold some laundry, aren't we? Sam just gave her a bottle. And I just pumped, and we are gonna fold some laundry. Yeah. So as I was putting some clothes away, I decided to declutter my closet, so it looks like this now. Way less stuff, which I appreciate. A lot of my maternity stuff I haven't worn in forever. Oh, these are staying. And the Boppy and Gwenny's clothes are staying, but we have like this comforter we never use. Jammies and nursing tanks I ended up not liking. Some scarves. Can I donate this? I really don't know. It's unopened. I use these for postpartum for the bleeding, but I'm done using them now, so I don't need them. So all this is going to go in bags to be donated. I feel much better. This is the one tank top I wore for all 3 of my pregnancies, and I'm going to let it go, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. Bryony's doing stickers, Celia's doing slime, and Gwenny's right here next to me. And Cian is now up in our room. I'm going to go through all his clothes because I thought I had a lot of clothes. That man has a lot of clothes because he has not decluttered them in years. So he's going to go through all his clothes. I got already 3 bags, trash bags full of stuff. One is an old comforter and then 2 of just clothes. So that feels really good. So he's gonna go through his clothes. My goal today, I think, during nap is to get our middle basement room. I will show you guys it later. I think I showed it to you earlier. Get it as decluttered as possible. There's a lot of stuff in there that needs to be donated or sold. And so I'm gonna load up the van and Sam can take it after work tomorrow to donate. There's a few things I need to sell, so I'll get those listed. And I just want to get that. It's just, my mind right now is just overwhelmed by stuff. And I get like this from time to time. I think just all the candy and having that play date yesterday, it just made me like, oh my gosh, there's just too much in here. And a lot of it's just stuff we don't use anymore. So let's pass it on to somebody else who might want it. So that's the plan. While they're playing and Sam's doing that, I'm gonna just go through my planner. I already did my weekly planning. Now I'm just gonna move it all into my daily planner.
So I'm finally attacking my side of the closet. It's been a long time coming. There's just a lot of t-shirts that I've been holding onto, dress shirts, zip ups, and all the other riffraff. And I'm still deciding what I'm gonna do with these shirts because they're still good, but like they're not as holy as my like lounge shirts. And this one, you know, has sentimental value because it was for our honeymoon. We were in Duluth, and just, yeah, it feels great because there's like so much more room up here and everything can kind of just flow a lot better than it already has. And then next I will be attacking up there just a bunch of my Funko Pops and just things that I've been just, you know, hoarding for really no reason, honestly.
So we got a good pile of donation stuff. This is just gonna go to the basement, but I have a few pack and plays. I don't need them all, so I'm gonna have to kind of figure that out. We've just been hanging out. This day is going by really slowly, which is kind of nice, but we're like, it's only 10, probably because of the time change, just feels later. But I am going to pick out the girls' clothes for the week, something I do every week. Just helps the mornings be a little less chaotic with very opinionated little girls. So I just like to do that ahead of time so that it's ready for the week. Okay, we've got all of Bryony's clothes picked out for the week and all of Celia's clothes. Okay, it is nap time and Bryony and Gwenny are down. Hopefully they'll fall asleep soon. Celia's gonna play and Sam and I are gonna be doing some decluttering. We're gonna plan for the week and like go over our plans for the week. I think that's it. If there might have been something else, I can't remember, but he's gonna be taking out stuff to the van. We're actually gonna just drop it off at Goodwill today or wherever, so that it's done, so we don't have to worry about it this week, because he actually hit a deer on Friday. So 2 summers ago now, he hit a deer on his passenger side headlight, and then this Friday he hit a deer on the driver's side headlight. So thankfully he was okay both times, but we have to like go through the insurance, and he doesn't really want to be driving it a whole lot, so he's going to be taking the van more. So I would just rather like, we'll just go deal with all the decluttering stuff so that it's done and we don't have to worry about that on top of trading vehicles and stuff. So this is the current state of the middle room. I need to, a lot of the boxes I'm just saving for Christmas presents, and a lot of this stuff is stuff to donate / stuff to keep, but I need to figure out a plan for it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Miss Celia wanted me to get the tent out so she can play in here while I'm dealing with all of this. So that actually is a tent my aunt made me when I was a little girl, and it's so cool to see the girls play with it. I've been really loving this Counterclock podcast. First of all, go listen to my podcast first before you listen to this. If you're interested, I'll have it linked below. But I really love true crime podcasts. I feel like who doesn't? And this one's a very interesting one. I just started a couple days ago and I'm already on the 9th episode. There's 2 seasons, so go check it out. Came down from nursing Gwen and found Celia drawing all these pictures with their names on it. It's so sweet. And she drew our family. Oh my goodness, baby, I love it. Santa's covering all of our winter stuff, that like the couches and the tables and stuff, so that it's protected. And oh my goodness, it looks so much better down here. I'm selling these 2 things. I got that desk for $5.99, but I don't have a use for it. And I got, I could probably sell it for like 20, which is great. I can make a profit off of it. And then the like little marketplace I loved for daycare, but we just don't have a need for it. And I gotta get out of the mindset of daycare. I have such a hard time letting go of the toys because I've been so used to caring for like up to 10 kids, and I only have 3 now, and we don't need as much. It's better to have less. I just have a very hard time with it. Let me know if you agree. But under the steps, I just have some things that Gwen has not grown into yet, like her exerciser, her little high chair, this little car, and then we have these pack and plays I gotta figure out what to do with. The slide I'm keeping, I'm gonna put up, it's either gonna stay in here, and this will be like just like a recreational room for the girls, or it'll go up in the playroom in the winter just so they have some place to kind of get their wiggles out. Then I brought this dresser in here and I filled it with the craft stuff, and then I'm just kind of piling special things that are coming in the mail the next few weeks. So I do need to like clean. It's all dusty, but much better. We can see the floor. It's amazing. It's amazing what like 45 minutes will do, that when you put it off thinking it's gonna take forever, and it really doesn't. And then my beautiful office is all pretty tidy. Oh, feels so much better. Well, we just knocked out like 3 big projects that have been on our list for a while in like hour and a half. I did the middle room and sand, brought all the stuff out to either throw away or donate, put it in the van. He also covered the outdoor furniture for winterizing. And then we couldn't find this toilet seat that we had bought a while ago that has a built-in like kid seat. So when Bryony's potty training, which we're working on, she's just no motivation at all. It's just built in, and so we found that when we were doing the middle room in the basement, and so he just installed that too. So 3 things off our list. Feels really good. So we're just gonna sit down with our planners now and go over the week, and then hopefully he can get some time to rest for a little bit. So I was just lounging around minding my own business on Instagram, and I saw the Busy Toddlers Thankful Turkey idea, and I have to do this. I love daily traditions leading up to holidays. We have so many for Christmas that I'm going to be talking about in upcoming podcast episodes. Make sure you're subscribed to the podcast. But I don't have anything for Thanksgiving, so I just whipped up some construction paper, and I'm going to whip up a little thankful turkey that we can start today. I'm pretty excited. this will be enough room for all the feathers, but if not, we'll just kind of put them up along the rest of the door. But this is really cute. We are on our way to Goodwill with a car full of stuff. It's just nice to be in the car and be contained for a little bit. And I am starting a new book because I just cannot bring myself to finish Atomic Habits for whatever reason. I had a few friends recommend this book just in somebody else's post about their children, and I'm all for a new parenting book. We're definitely going through a harder phase right now, the 3-year-old phase, which I forgot how hard it is, so it could be good to get a little refresher course and see what good ideas can be had from this book. Let me know if you guys have read it. Well guys, we had a low-key rest of the night, just baths, bedtime for all of us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to know what your kids were for Halloween. Head over to our community tab and you can comment there since YouTube has disabled our comments. And while you're at it, why don't you write to them and ask them to re-enable my comments, because plenty of people show their kids way more than we do and they still have comments. So it really sucks that we don't, and a lot of people don't understand it, and neither do I. So add that to your to-do list too if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.